Hi everyone, today is the 20th of February 2024 and I'm going to be introducing The Return of the King, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Real Kings, which is largely about the return of King David. And in doing this, we're going to analyse photos of St. Mary the Virgin in Diss, South Norfolk, England. So I've got 13 pages here to read through, a lot of photos, and it's all typed up, but I'm going to read the intro that I've just written so I can get through a lot of images. Queen Victoria wrote the letter Assemblum Claimant in 1850. Here's the envelope. Here's the letter with the cutout hair for heir to the throne. This is her cutout again with her blood thumbprint. And in blue it shows up and you can read her familiar French writing, which says, "Quietly as so was the climate in between that occurred to classify the family and to choose Mark was the favourite prince, never a bastard. Yours entirely intimus, Assemblum Claimant, Victoria Queen, Hanover Gotha, London, Kensington, March 17th. That's 1850. Here it is in treasure gold. Here are her seals here. Everything's backward on the screen, son. So that letter here, it's inside here, and it was given to me on 5th of March 2012, and again in May 2013 I returned it. It's inspected, given back to me. And then I returned it again in 2014 in April. Here it is here. Okay, and here it is. Ooh. 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 So it is there with the hair cut out, and there's the gold monogram there. That is a letter from Queen Victoria regarding who should be the true King of England. Myself and King David have gone to Roslin Chapel in Scotland, 15th of June 2023, which was Magna Carta Day, but Magna Carta's a fraud, so it's like non-Magna Carta Day. And that showed up in the Schumann residence, so we're right on track, and we had the high orders leaning into us taking notes. And King David, he just nailed it. He showed that he was the Grand Master who had achieved Gnosis and therefore could carry the title of Christ. So a Knights Templar Grand Master who has achieved Gnosis can use the title of Christ. So then I went to Peterborough Cathedral and I analysed that, called the Peterborough Decodes, 2 of those plus another 5, so there's 7 of those. And then I had a look in the Diss Church, which is under 100 metres from me. And it was absolutely loaded with high order information announcing something. So I took about 100 photos and I sent them to King David, and he's analysed them all yesterday and today. And I'm going to show you those pictures and I'm going to show you his decode. And basically what it says is the Dragon King, which he is. You have the Dragon King, the Fey King, the Merovingian King, and he's all three. The Dragon King will be announced from Diss, and he in turn will announce the King of England. King David will become the King of Scotland. And that's all on the panels on the back wall behind the altar of St. Mary the Virgin Diss. I'm just going to call it St. Mary's from now on. And I measured the distance from the far corner of my apartment to the far corner of the back wall, and it's 99 metres. And I measured it from the closest corner of my apartment to the closest corner of the back wall of St. Mary's, and it was 99 yards. So it's 99 yards and 99 metres. And then on the tiles, there are 3 arrows pointing one side of the altar and 3 arrows pointing the other side of the altar. And I went today and measured them, and they are 3.3 metres apart, 13 feet. Right, get that right. I'm going to read off my messy handwriting introduction, and I'm going to move into some extraneous photos about St. Mary's Diss to feed your mind, and then we're going to get into analysing some photos and what King David has to say about them, And he's spot on. His knowledge is the best I've come across. So, Queen Victoria wrote the letter, assembled and claiming in 1850. This was given to me in 2012, 2013, 2014. In 2014, I was also given this letter opener here, which I'm holding up with my right hand to activate it. And this is the royal mark of the bodyguard of the king, which is my role as head of the house of Joseph. And I'm actually the bodyguard for the almighty King David, who's 6'9". So with the letter opener, which marks the bodyguard of the king, and it also marks Prince Regent Duke Governor. Down the bottom, it says Prince Regent Duke Governor, Johannes John, Duke Governor, Ports Algarve, Prince Regent. Prince Regent means king to be. It actually means this person is going to become King John, which has turned out to be true and becoming even more true. After I received those marks in 2014, in 2015, I moved to Dis in the south of Norfolk in England, and I found that Queen Victoria had placed a golden crown on top of the church about 60 yards from me, and also 2 crowns on the entrance, which show the fleur-de-lis and the Knights Templar cross. So we're looking at Knights Templar Church and a Merovingian church. And it's also the Order of the Rose and the Order of the Blue Rose and the Order of Sharon. And it's also Rosicrucian Church. But what's interesting about the codes in St. Mary's Dis is they are open. There's no riddles about it. They're just absolutely telling you, this is who we are, these are our marks, these are our prophecies, and they're just waiting for them to come true, and they've just come true, and you're hearing them now. We really got to work on this yesterday, 19th February, and today had a bit of a recap, and I'm doing it now on Tuesday night, 20th of February, so it's all very current. The high orders also place their marks all over the church, St. Mary the Virgin, more obviously than in any other church, with no hint of hiding. Still no one noticed until February 2024. When it came time to remove any and all flatline royal family, fakes, bastard and illegitimates of financiers, to be replaced with what Queen Victoria acknowledged is the Dragon King, the Fey King, the Merovingian King, the head of the House of Plantagenet, the head of the House of Sinclair, the Sinclairs of Rosslyn, the head of the House of Judah and Benjamin, the Sangreal. So the King David bloodline, King David. Both King David and myself, King John III, have fulfilled all the prophecy where no one else has even gotten started. And this video is further announcing King David to the world. And we're going to do this by going through photos of St. Mary the Virgin in Dis to see what the high orders have prophesied, and then we will show how we have fulfilled that prophecy. And part of the fulfillment of prophecy is noticing the royal marks in the church and identifying the royal marks and seeing what they mean singularly and all together. Most interesting is the back panels behind the altar, which are 99 yards and 99 metres from King John III's apartment. Right, I'm going to crack into it. Here we go here. And I'm going to pull out the pictures and then speak to it. The chair has 2 dragons leaning back, the Pendragon and the Dragon King, King David's title. The 2 heads lean back to the fleur-de-lis. The grapevine acorns represent the pineal gland. The Dragon King is all-seeing. His third eye is wide open. He's highly clairvoyant and psychic. The fleur-de-lis represents the Merovingian bloodline. The floor tiles are sacred geometry. Solomon's knot is the Rex Deus knot. It's a symbol of the Rex Deus families. It looks like the origin of the dollar symbol. Lower right, the splay cross is the Knights Templar cross. The tree of life symbol, Kabal, is the source of esoteric knowledge. The 10 sephirots represent the 10 realms. We are in the lower realm, the physical realm, Malkuth, which means kingdom. Of the 10 Sephirot, the 3 Sephirot at the top has Kether for a crown in the top center. The dot within a circle is the logos of the sun. With display, it's a circle within a cross. The Son of Man comes out of the Holy Grail line. Below and above is the blue rose for the Order of the Blue Rose, which is the Order of Mary Magdalene. A lot of churches are called St. Mary's. This is assumed to be Christ's mother, but the blue rose is a Hermetic order that marks Mary Magdalene. This is a very secret society full of magic practitioners working on our benefit. The Order of the Blue Rose harnesses magic. There is also the Knight of the Blue Rose. The large blue rose is in the center of the cross. The majority of crosses in St. Mary's Dis are the fleur-de-lis cross, and there are a lot of them. So this church, St. Mary's Dis, is linked with the Order of the Blue Rose. The fleur-de-lis cross represents the Merovingian bloodline, which is King David's bloodline, the true royal bloodline. King David, midday, Monday, 19th February 2024. The Order of the Blue Rose is a lineage of light. This lineage is of the Holy Bloodline and originated with Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene as they carried forth the teachings. The Order of the Blue Rose stems from the Holy Family, and it carries the purity and the teachings of the highest order of Christ's message. It truly anchors the frequencies of heaven and earth. Bringing heaven down to earth, the heaven and earth joining, is a big theme that's happening at the moment. It happened in Peterborough Cathedral while we were there. It also happened with the Aurora Borealis coming down on November the 5th, 2023, as far south as Norfolk, Suffolk, Sussex, Oxford. Fantastic. This represents the Mary Magdalene House of Benjamin bloodline and Christ House of Judah bloodline. Mary Magdalene is from the house of Benjamin and Christ is from the house of Judah. This represents the house of Benjamin bloodline and the house of Judah bloodline. This is the true royal bloodline. This is the true royal line, the Sangreal, and this is King David's bloodline. The blue rose represents the priestess of Avalon. Now we're going very high. It is normally the teachings of Mary Magdalene because she was the high priestess. Cross within a circle and Holy Grail and fleur-de-lis on the end. This is a Merovingian cross representing the real house of the real royal bloodline. X under an X, the 8-pointed star, Star of Sirius, goddess Ishtar, the star family. This means the star family is the Merovingian family and Merovingian bloodline. And the Merovingian bloodline is the true royal bloodline, the bloodline descended from Christ and Mary Magdalene, and the bloodlines of the union of the house of Judah and the house of Benjamin symbolizes the real royal. Hence why the false royals are jumping ship. Right next to it is an 8-pointed star to make it obvious. The blue rose. The leaves are fleur-de-lis. This represents the Merovingian royal bloodline. It is also the square and compass. The trinity of the blue rose with the crown on top represents the trinity of the houses of Judah, Benjamin, and Joseph. The crown on top signifies royalty and kingship. The cross within a circle is the Holy Grail cross. This is the Rosicrucian cross. It symbolizes the Grail cross. It's the dew cup. So in St. Mary's Dis, we have the Order of the Blue Rose and the Rosicrucians. Panel with red roses, but it looks like a 5-pointed star, the Star of David. The red rose is the house of Lancaster, St. Clair, David's paternal line. The white rose is the house of York, Plantagenet, David's maternal line. Above and below is the red rose of the house of Lancaster, the rose of St. Clair, representing the senior house of Anjou, St. Clair, and the junior branch of Plantagenet. The 5-pointed star is King David's bloodline. Above and below is the fleur-de-lis cross. The fleur-de-lis cross is a royal emblem. It represents the true royalty and signifies perfection, light, and life. The fleur-de-lis cross is used a lot by the Knights Templar. King David, quote, "It has been prophesied by Isaiah and by Zechariah that the head of the house of Joseph, which is King John III, would call to Meshach ben David, the heir of the house of David, i.e. the heir of the house of Judah, and the heir of the house of Benjamin." That's exactly what's happened.